on your show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Good evening, friends. Good evening, 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 good evening. Pleasant evenings to you all. Welcome to another episode of O'Neill TV show. Good evening. And our one dislike is already in. I don't know how people do this. I think we just find them time to come to the set to do what they're doing. Okay. This is a jam-packed evening, so I'm gonna have to just y'all know how it got chop it up to get you basically the hour. How was it day? It was very, very long for me. I was working all day, but nonetheless, I was trying to keep up with clips. I tried my best today. That is what I can tell you. I tried my best to keep you up to date at the same time while I was, getting done what I was getting done. The writers are taking us on a journey, triggering for some people. I agree with that, Shami, that is true. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Amber should have been hiring other people to fill some of those positions. We're going to talk about Amber's hiring. I'm going to make sure we keep that for last because it's so big. There's so much in the Amber thing that we're going to have to talk. Don't worry yourself, friends. We're just going to have to talk. Congratulations on Nanya for finally going live on her channel. Congrats to Amber for Nanya for Congratulations, Nanya, for finally going live. Nanya, congrats for finally going live on your channel. Congratulations. So Nanya has been trying to go live for the longest time now because she's had a little bit of issues with YouTube. She's finally on, and I'm happy for her that she's on. All right, so let's get into the meat of the matter. Let's start some business today. So the first business we're getting in order. Let's deal with the least of these first, okay? Let's take care of the least of these. Let's deal with the least of these. Shout out to our daughter. What's the name of your daughter? Shannon. Big shout out to Nanya's daughter, Shannon, because of course get her up to speed. Okay, so let's work into this. So let's start off with Shayla's thing with Delisia. Let me start right here first, right? In case y'all don't know, Delisia is not giving up the 15,000. She's not.
Right? We actually.
But Shayla, I'm cool on King.
You're cool with everybody, Delisia. Everybody's just cool to you.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in him the way that you think. It's not.
Weren't you just saying that you missed him? What do you mean?
I was just saying it back.
Okay, that's all I want y'all to see with Delisia. Delisia has decided that she's going to take the $15,000 nonetheless. She's going to take the $15,000 nonetheless. Where are you on this issue? Are you still supporting that Delisia should be taking this money? Should Delisia be taking the $15,000? Should Delisia, here we go. Should Delisia be taking the $15,000? Should she be taking this money? That's the question. Should she be taking this money? Yes or no? Let's jump into this. Let me take some of your questions this evening. Amber and Shana was totally unprofessional. I'm soon get into it for you. Don't worry about Amber. Let me just take care of the Delisia issue. We argued the Delisia issue yesterday a lot. Happy birthday to your daughter, Nanya. Happy birthday, Nanya. Happy birthday. Thank you, Marian. Hi. Got it. What? Thank you very much. You're welcome. Big up yourself. There you go. From one journey. Should Delisia be taking the money? Because yesterday some people said she should take the money, and I'm saying, you're sure? Because the money comes with other things. Should Delisia be taking the money? Apart, we're not changing the tune now. People changing them tune now. Basically, tunes are being changed now. I'm getting a lot of no's. Finally, want to realize that Delisia has been warranted. Delisia has not giving up that money. No, she needs to give it up. No, she shouldn't. No, she shouldn't. She shouldn't give up the money. Should she be taking the money and said no, she shouldn't? No. Shayla threw Delisia under the bus. No. Gold digger member keeping your money. That's it. No. I feel like I have like a I don't know, I feel like something is on my, maybe it's my beard. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I feel like something was on my beard just now. Ultimate goal is to get Iman by any means. That's interesting. Delisia's ultimate goal is to get Iman by any means necessary. Delisia's a gold digger like her friends. I like this. Fear comments, no. Delisia might as well go to King. I think what they're showing with the Delisia story, the last thing she said was, he can keep it. So we don't know for sure if she is gonna take it. Look here. That was a reverse psychology. Hold on. Did Delisia pull a reverse psychology on Iman about the 15? Look here. Hold on, Miss Fatal. Hold on, Miss Fatal. Me know you're not come with this. Miss Fatal, I know well. Nobody act like only know how women will say, yeah man, just keep whatever it is reverse psychology. I know that was reverse psychology. That's what she said, but it's reverse psychology. Tell me the truth and don't go around on it. You know exactly when me see that move there because I've seen that move before. You know Miss Fatal and that was reverse psychology. Come out of the woodwork, Miss Fatal, and give me this one. Reverse, I'm calling reverse psychology on that move. I don't believe that she was honest in that move. I think it's reverse psychology. If it's not reverse psychology, she would have owned up to King. Like I said, I'm not on Delisia's side. I'm simply asking questions because I only... But true. But I know the move is reverse psychology. When them say it's reverse psychology, she not stop the money. She just tell him that. But him still have the money. If it was a reverse... I know what you're saying in the Miss Fatal. But if it was not reverse psychology, then I think she would have owned King. She would have owned up King if it was a reverse psychology. That's what I believe. Delisia not giving up the money. I don't believe she giving up the money. I don't think so. She was very, very upset. Nani, I don't like a lot of the stuff that these birds are doing. I think it's because he called her a third wheel and that she's going to be maybe... Well, she hasn't chosen... I thought... I love what you're saying, Nani, and I thought she was going to choose... I thought today she would have come out of the woodwork and say, you know what? Tell you what. You know what? As a matter of fact, Shayla, yes. To play the game. Not even that. She is denying King. I get where you say Miss Fatal, but she's denying King. Delisia is definitely trying to throw... Okay, so she says a trick. She playing both sides. Well, it sounds like that's what I'm saying then. Is Delisia playing both sides? Is this what it is? Is she playing both sides then? Is that what I want to say? She playing both sides. I want a woman's perspective. Ladies, give me the perspective. I'm just making a claim here. I don't know. Come, Miss Fatal, talk to me. Is Delisia playing both sides? Talk to me, Miss Fatal. I'm just talking here. I mean, I may have some premonitions, but hey, give me what you have. Me no mind. Wondering, thank you very much. Big up on yourself, guys. Hit the like button now. Delisia is trying to convince Shayla that she and King are just friends so that Shayla can tell Iman she's still single. Delisia shouldn't take a dime from Iman. Hello, everybody. She did not deny anything. It's none of his business. None of whose business. Don't you think okay. None of whose business. Iman, because the truth of the matter is, Nanya, she said, Iman said to her, if you want the guy, tell me say you want the guy so I can know what it is. I don't think he's done anything wrong. He just has to say, hey, tell me what time it is. Why not? How can it not be any of his business? He might get her $15,000. She's the one that said, you know, whatever it is, and she willing to play the game. Why not say you don't want to do it? Why not? Then I play both sides. Why not say me no want to do it then? If it's none of his business and she's so virtuous, why not just say, you know what, Iman, this is what it is. I'm gonna roll with King. I'm just saying, I thought the reason she wasn't claiming King to Shayla is because she knows whatever she said, Shayla's gonna run it back to Iman. I think Delisia wants Iman more than she wants the money. Ah, okay. That's why I love when you're talking to Miss Fatal. I want to know what you mean. I wanted to know what you meant. But that's fair. All right. I'm not, hey, I'm gonna. Well, Nanya, he's a ladies man. Okay? Delisia knows he's a ladies man, and she has what you call it now? She has put herself up to be a part of this entire thing. So she can't complain now after the fact. Or, you know what? She can decline the money and move on to King. But tell the man that. She can't tell him that. No. No one said it was virtuous. Yeah, stand up on that. Iman's business. Iman's business. Delisia denies King like Peter. Exactly. Like Peter denied Jesus on the cross. That's how much he denied King. Delisia can't talk to Shayla about nothing. She needs to get out of Shayla's house. She needs to. In relationship, both parties should know what's going on. Thank you very much, Angela. Angelo, at least, thank you very much. At least you're stating what it is. Regardless. Don't care if he gives her $25. He sits there and he calls her the third wheel. What do you mean? Nanya, she's the one that signs up for these things. See how do I again, Nanya? You're now starting to pick up for something that the woman is doing deliberately. You would not have signed up for this at all. Delisia has signed up for this. So she must be fried from that fat. You never sign, none of you wouldn't sign up for something like that. But Delisia signed up for it. And the point of the matter is we're calling out Delisia's the fact that she signed up for it. She's being called out. She's a third wheel because that's what she is. If King offers Delisia money, it will be a different story. Delisia and Iman both knew what the deal was when they started the relationship. So I don't see why Delisia is not being honest with Iman. Exactly. That's all we're saying. Be honest. Nothing wrong with you want little money, but be honest, man. For the little money, man. The way he's rolling, Delisia should have told him about King, and depending on how he took it, he will let her know more of Iman's intentions. Exactly. You know what? I like this, Tina. That's very good. Shayla, she's gonna talk about this on the podcast. That was not a part of her agreement with King. He did not say she did not see anyone else. Which one of the comment? Read the comment. The agreement said nothing about her dating another man. Right. Oh, she need to just be. She signed up for it. Delisia signed up for this thinking it was temporary. She thought that he was in the process of breaking it off with Shayla. She now knows that he's never going to leave Shayla, so she might as well take the money. And I say, she might as well. So she might as well take the money. No. What she need to do is to go to King. She'll get more respect. But you don't want her fit. Does the man really have to tell you that you can't date another man while he's giving you money? Ladies, don't play dumb. Come on now. He don't want other man using the. Listen to me. That's why I'm gonna tell you all, when the ladies them taking the money like that, I told y'all where it come with. Once you start to take the money, correct Miss Fatal. Once you start to take the money, Delisia, but as seduced by money from Iman, she is now entitled to change her mind. And that's fine. We want her to change her mind, but change your mind and left the money. You can't change your mind and keep the money at the same point in time. And you're not saying change your mind either, because she's not saying that either. What I don't like is the fact that she's not standing on it. Yes, tell Iman, say, you have a next man. But Iman is a simp. That doesn't negate Iman from being a simp. Just so you know that. It doesn't negate Iman from being an idiot for paying monies out. You're not playing. You're making me agree with, and we're going to stick to the argument point. Point blank. Like it or not, you want to be a player, play the games by the rules. Delisia is trying both sides to keep one man quiet, eh? Oh, sir. That's the underwritten rule once the money exchange hands. Exactly. She did not let Shayla down. She did not tell Shayla him what Shayla did. I think she cares about King and is using Iman. Possibly. King's hands are not clean either. We really don't even know a whole deal about him. Well, you have to choose one. I mean, listen to me. There are no guarantees in love. All of Skitland men are simps. There are no guarantees. There are no guarantees in love. Let me tell you this. Miss Fatal, there are no guarantees in love. It's something I've come to learn in life. O'Neill, there are no guarantees in love. So you choose a woman and you see exactly if it works out. If it doesn't, so be it. But there are no guarantees. But sometimes people want guarantees. You're not going to get those guarantees. O'Neill, look, the woman at the well had 5 husbands plus 1 more man. Where's the woman at the well and Wolipa man? Wolipa man. Delhi says that the woman at the well. All right, well, hey, no worries. I'm going to leave us right there with that one. Let's switch gears. Because we've got a lot to get onto, right? We've got a lot to get into. There's so much for us to get into and to unpack in our little power hour session. All right, so Anthony was over by Shayla's house, and it was pathetic. Let me say this. It was pathetic that Anthony was over Shayla's house. Let me say this in the camera so that you guys know where I stand. It was extremely pathetic as to what Anthony had going on. At this point in time, he should not be here. Well, there you go. There you go, Miss Fatal. We love that. You know how it is. And Chase is back. Yes, Chase is back. One journey. It's pathetic as to how Anthony is moving. So I'm gonna let me call out Anthony so that way when we start call the other side, we don't complain and say only don't call out the 2 sides. I mean picking up any sides. All right, so let's go. Let's see if we can get this clip playing. Let me get this clip playing. Let me get this clip playing. Anthony is trying to save face, right? Unnecessarily.
I mean, I can't promise you that. That's not a guarantee.
Can you not, I get it, there's going to be 5 women, and, 5 women can tend to be messy. And I was just wondering if you could not bring up our situation on the podcast.
I mean, I can't promise you that. That's not a guarantee. But also, Anthony, that's a part of my story. It's a part of Amber's story. And she's already told me that she's willing to be open and transparent on the podcast.
I understand that. I want you to separate yourself. It's 5 women, and if all of you all are messy, then don't you think it's kind of blah?
Okay, so let's work on this. Let's work on this. Tell me what y'all think of this. Give me one of the things. because okay. Is Anthony way out of pocket? Let's talk about this, friends. Is Anthony out of pocket? Is he out of pocket on this? Is he out of pocket here? All right. Here's what's wrong with this. Anthony has put himself in this position. Let me call this out. Anthony has put himself in this position to where his name can be called. The one thing I know as a man is that you don't put yourself in a position like this. This is what happens when you're just sleeping with any old girl out into the streets. Your name is liable to be called because Shana have nothing at all about her. At this point, Shayla has nothing about her. And that's why, to me, Amber going on the podcast and celebrating whatever is happening at them divorce don't do nothing for me at all, because I don't feel like it's necessary. I don't think it is, but hey, let's leave that to the side. But this is very, very stupid to do all of this. He's trying to manipulate a manipulator. That is correct. That is exactly correct, Charmin. Anthony's trying to manipulate a manipulator, which is way out of pocket. It's way out of line. I don't know where I'm thinking I'm head. I thought Anthony would have been over here talking about something else to Shayla and going about his business. This is what he's thinking about. Anyways, let me take y'all's comment. Let me take on the comments. Let's go. Simpleton Anthony, too bad. That town is not that big enough. Everyone already know and has been talking about it. It's not big enough. Why did the ladies hate when Shayla had on earlier? It was nothing wrong with it. Hey, One Journey, tell it. Yes, Anthony is the biggest dummy. Yes, he's out of pocket. Yes, somebody says a storm is coming. Anthony see the storm coming because it is a storm. Yes. No, you say no, I'm not out of pocket. Yes, I'm out of pocket. Why you say I'm not out of pocket? WJ, tell me why I'm not out of pocket. Anthony's trying to save his image. See, the problem is that he's trying to save his image, and he should have been thinking about this long ago. Anthony's way out of pocket. He's losing his mind. Correct. This is what the 5,000 just because of buy you money buy you. Anthony has never been in pocket. So that's what it is. Anthony is out of pocket, but he's not out of character. That I love this. I love this statement. Have you noticed that Shayla has been closing up her tatas for a little bit? Too much, too little, too late to care about reputation. Exactly. This is my problem I have with this right now. Anthony should have cared about the reputation long ago. He should have known that when he was sleeping with a Shayla, this is what it was liable to bring. That's why I clock him for all of this. Anthony is a stupid businessman, that's true. The second time he messed around her, he should have had an NDA in his pocket. Thank you very much. Like, there's no way you are a celebrated businessman and you're out here messing with a woman like this. Anthony's a corny coward running from the truth, as the truth will come out to light, to the secrets and the lies that was in the dark for so long. The truth will be exposed to the world. It should be. And like Charmaine says, Anthony was trying to manipulate a manipulator. Me don't know how you do that. I can't stand looking at Anthony or Shayla O'Neal. Did Amber tell you that she was gonna celebrate? Well, that's what Shayla said. Yes, definitely out of pocket. I'm reading y'all's comments. He know Delisia is going to be on there too, and she might bring it out after the perfume. I like Amber going to the podcast as long as the restaurant is doing fine, but in the end, Amber is going to be the one to save Anthony. I hope so she can save him, because right now, Nana, him start to feel hard to save. Tina the same here. Anthony is the stupidest. O'Neal, okay, welcome in. Let me read y'all's comments. Anthony and Shayla image is already tainted. Yes, he is. He's worried about her rep. He should have given her a considerable consideration before he did what he did. I don't think Anthony's minds, but he knows this podcast probably is going to get out of hand with exposing each other, because it will. Amber's going to tell her truth, and she has to. Again, me can't force her not to. I hope she's very modest in how she does so, but hey, me can't force her not to. Anthony is trying to save image, and Anthony is playing this all wrong. Let everyone come out, and when the money stops, he no longer supports them. That's it. Jerina, you have figured out, this is how me know Anthony's stupid. If they damage your image, you can go to the courts and tell the courts and say, hey, this is what happened, so I can't do anything different. My money has been stopped, and show the intent. O'Neal, did you dig Shayla's streetwalker outfit? I did not dig the streetwalker outfit. Moneyman and is going to lose just like he lost the $10,000 with Rolanda. Don't even know why. Too bad. Anthony, you're down bad. He's not out of pocket. He doesn't want his business out in the street. But that's the thing doing a WJ1915. The problem with this is this. O'Neal cannot be out in the streets. No, him is a married man, sleeping with a bunch of girls who are liable to spread the business. And then if them spread it, me say, well, I don't want my business out. I should have known. I have to give myself that flack. I should have known if you know better. The onus is on me to know that I'm risking my relationship. I'm also risking my image. I'm also a risk business. I'm risking those things. As a businessman, Anthony knows that a reputation takes long to build and easy to damage. It's true. Anthony should know this. It take a while. Both Anthony and Amber are stressed that which one will break first. I'm not even sure. He doesn't care about his image. He's always in a woman's face. Well, I clearly care about the image, but hey, it's just too late. Only a small group of people know the podcast puts your business out all over. I hear this, but that's why you need to keep your business under wraps. If you can't take the heat, come out of the kitchen. The only things girls should be saying about Anthony is that he was with this girl and then he was with this girl at a different point. Or this is what it was like dating Mr. Dalton. A woman should not be talking about a baby about you. That is your fault. That's not nobody's fault. You went as far as to shoot up the club. Yes, he was shooting up the club. Nobody never tell him to shoot up the club. Nobody never tell him to shoot up the club. Nobody never tell him to water the grass. No one told him to water the grass. Anthony's always begging people to save him. That's it. And no one can save him. He has to take the hit. Just like Wayne have 10 baby mother, him have to own up to that. Anthony have to own up to this baby. Anthony is trying to save his image and money, and he will lose if he's unable to deal with people who thinks he's not loyal. That's just it. Nothing to say. I have nothing to say about Anthony at this point in time. He just keeps on making a fool out of himself, talking to Shayla. Thank you. Anthony don't have any shame. Shayla don't care. Exactly. And that's what I've been saying to people. Shayla does not care. That's why I told y'all. It doesn't matter how they bring this on this podcast. Whatever y'all think is going to happen to Shayla will not happen. Notice what Shayla is saying. That's it. That is the story. The story is I dated Mr. Dalton and he's a big whatever it is. Powerful. Just another good story. Good evening, friends. Well, when Anthony decided to lay with Shayla and make a baby, he put his... Exactly. Him putting business out in the street. He should have been smart and never signed an NDA. Him should have done this. But he did not do this. That's the problem. When is the podcast? We're not sure. I'm disappointed at all these women who think themselves as low to accept money from men for pleasure. Well, women them love money now. That's what a lot of the ladies now are too. O'Neal Anthony is all about his money, but one day the fool and his money shall depart. That's correct. That is correct. If he doesn't want his business out in the street, he should have kept his business in his pants. It disgusts me that he doesn't even use condoms. Even every married man should, when they step out on them. Exactly. Miss Fatal, you are 100%. That's what I'm saying. If y'all come to hear me, side with anything. O'Neal is not siding with anybody. Wanna know this? Wanna know him ever flag him? No, because him should keep the thing in them pants. Or if he was going to be dating Shayla, Shayla should have been only a one lick. Him lick it too much times. Anthony hit it too many times. That's the problem. If Shayla goes down, she won't be going on alone. Remember, she holds Anthony and Amber's separate secrets. Exactly. So if she going down, she not go down alone. So imagine now, WJ, you go sleep with a woman like this. You know this is a strumpet, and you are sleep with a strumpet. You know that the strumpet not really care. As far as she's concerned, listen to me. The one thing I know about Shayla is this. No matter how much embarrassment Shayla might want to get, other men are still going to try to sleep with her, as you can see in life. That's why them did have Superhead. I don't know if y'all know Superhead. I don't know if y'all know Superhead. Superhead is very famous and popular. I know that you don't know about Superhead. I don't know about Superhead. I know y'all know about Superhead. Listen to me. What I'm going to give you is depictions of girls. Shayla is a girl like a Superhead. I think this is her right here. There's a reason why them call her Superhead. Don't get it twisted. Video vixen, right? This is her right here. Superhead. You can't have your business out. So you're with a girl like Superhead and I expect your name to be called. Your name is going to be called. This is what happens. So this is what I meant when I said to y'all that she's not Shayla. Shayla is like a Superhead for y'all. For the people who think Shayla are going to be embarrassed and shame and she going to run over the place and she going to... Please. She remind me of a Superhead who not really business. They not care. You understand? So you have to be cautious of a girl like that. Every one of this podcast is going to have a big mirror to put up in them face. And you know women hate to face the wrongs that they have done. All of them have something to be ashamed of. That's correct. Only what part hurt Shayla is Delisia telling her about Iman. That is the least. She probably going to cry about that for 2 days and then after that she good again. Shayla will cry about that for 2 days and Superhead step with everybody. Rite of passage. Thank you very much. In case you don't know, Shayla is like a Superhead. She don't care about that. Now let me just show you a Superhead. Superhead never care. That's our story. Shayla is like a Superhead. That's what them call her. You know why she's called Superhead? Yes, she's been around the block. She has been around the block. That's what I'm calling her that. But y'all think Shayla are go be whatever it is. Shayla and Superhead must be related because they both are in the same class. Exactly. St. Anthony has been in Atlanta. Every woman he's had besides Shayla Wayne has had them. Even with Chantel, the stripper. You just don't know about Wayne having her. That is correct. If in the streets, if you're a businessman like this and your reputation needs to be protected, you need to protect it. That is your job to protect the business. Protect the business that pays. Only like giving Shayla too much credit. Shayla says she would analyze someone about Iman. Please. She'll just say that, but meaning she's not leaving Iman. She's not leaving him. Shayla is an Amber Rose in the making. She makes babies with wealthy and famous men. Yes, they're both nasty women. That's correct. That is correct. Wayne is going to find out that Shayla told and broke the NDA. Anthony's a dog was messing with Shayla raw, going home to his wife, knowing that Shayla was sleeping around girl. She was sleeping with Mike and Arby and Anthony. It was nasty, correct. But he was not protecting his wife. That's all another piece. I don't think that Shayla will be bothered over Delisia so long as Iman. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to tell people. So long as Iman keeps paying the bills and is there, Shayla doesn't care. She can tell me all of this all she wants. She doesn't care. Especially now that she's been getting high. Whew, that's a different Shayla. Especially now that she's been getting high. How will Shayla keep Iman when the truth comes out? Keep him just the same. As long as Iman, as long as Iman wants to kick it, him kick it. You think you don't know how these girls work? They gonna do it. As far as they're concerned, it's just, hey, it's just some pum pum. When did Shayla sign an NDA? I don't know when she signed one. The podcast is going to expose the truth about their lives. And Anthony is going to definitely be exposed because of the truth. Shayla doesn't care about nothing and no one at all. That's what I'm telling you. Nanya, the Iman deal would hurt you because you have morals and standards. It's not going to hurt a Shayla. The Shayla's comparable is a superhead, Nanya. This is the comparable. A girl who sees herself as a vixen. A girl who works like this for right now. That's it. That is how she sees herself. So all of this just going to be a little thing. She might have a little day of being flustered, but that's about it. It's not going to go anywhere. But all right, if you say so. So you believe it. So Shayla's going to feel it, bro. Trust me. Not only are the other four men are going to embarrass her, but she's going to have to face the world judgment. Now she's going to start smoking. So, do y'all think Iman will stay with Shayla when he finds out everything? Finds out what? Will Iman stay with Shayla? Of course, the pum pum good same way. Why not still tell the pum pum? Shayla be embarrassed when Amber tells Shayla she jumped on Anthony when he was drunk, took advantage of him. Wouldn't believe all of this. Who is Superhead? Superhead. Is a vixen. She is a video vixen. This is who she is. Is an American author, actress, and former video vixen, best known for her 2005 bestseller, Confessions of the Video, or Video Vixen, often called Superhead. This is who she is. She has been sleeping around. She says she has multiple relationships with a lot of men. That's who Superhead is. That means head super. You don't know. Don't act like you don't know what this is, Angela. It's definitely going to hurt because she's really delusional thinking that Iman actually is going to marry her. She's been thinking this for ages. Shayla is like a superhead. She's a super face. But if y'all say so, what do they bring? What do they bring to podcasts? Exactly. Nothing. You know the book, Nanya. Superhead wrote the book. That's it. Could Anthony get an attorney to... Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not sure. It's a good question though. Can Anthony sue? I don't know if he can sue. I don't know if he can sue. Can Anthony file legal action? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Can Anthony file for legal action? I don't think he can because I don't think so because they're actively involved in it. Can you file? Let's see. Legal action. Can you file a legal action lawsuit on someone talking about your private life that you were with in Georgia? Hold on. It's a good question they're asking, Sabrina, but I don't think you can file anything. Someone asked this before. But let's see. Let's see. So let's go. So here we go. And I like this. Thank you very much, Miss Fatal. Let's see. Yes, you can potentially take legal action in Georgia against someone sharing your private life depending on the nature of the information and how it is shared. Potential claims include invasion of privacy, public disclosure of private acts, defamation, if the information is false. So we know the information is not false because she and Anthony was together. We're just using what we have here. So intentional, this may be what thing they're talking about. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Harassment, stalking. If the disclosure up now, that we can't use that. Truth is a defense. If the information shared is true, it generally is not considered defamation. There you go. So it can't be defamation. Though it may be, still may be an invasion of privacy if it was private and highly offensive. Consider having a lawyer send a cease and desist letter to demand a stop, which can be an inexpensive way to stop the behavior. So it can't be a defamation suit. Talk to me, friends. Yes, but even if Kai is the evidence, the question they're asking, Nanya, is can you bring the information out to the public? That's what people are saying. I think this is the one right here. All right, so let's read this because I feel like this is the main one. The main one in the Georgia law without my consent. This is it. So here's the law on this. It's a statute. Let me get this, and then somebody say yes we can. So I guess we're in this for the long haul. Hey, I stand corrected. Like I said before, I'm just doing what I can. Friends, I'm not a lawyer. Please. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just reading when we can read whatever information I can find to at least have some context. The victim of the unconsensual online publication of intimate photography or video may sue under the common law tort of intentional infliction of emotional distress or outrage in situations where the material publication caused the victim to suffer severe emotional distress. Conduct must be intentional or reckless misconduct. Conduct must be extreme and outrageous. There must be a causal connection between the wrongful conduct and the emotional distress. There it is. Here it is right here. So there's a case. Let me see this case. Procedure appeal from a judge plaintiff. Damage or start intention. Okay, that's what it is. Let me see what I said. Let me read y'all's comments. Let me get into the comments. Let's get into the comments. Let me see what y'all say. Come on, let me see what I say. Shayla was having sex with Mike. That doesn't about 7 pregnant. Another Anthony, another wasted investment by Wayne. It won't last. Um, super face. But Shavin, Shayla pushed herself into the house. Shayla has the most secrets. Iman is all she cares about. Probably since she's talking about her, not about her experience. That's what I thought too. A whole lot of mess. Why Wayne want them together, I'm not quite certain. Anthony's going to cry to Wayne tomorrow. I think Carmen is going to hit Shayla and Anthony at the same time. They don't want to hear. They don't want you to hear her say Kai was wheezing a little bit. I won't give it up until I know if King is really serious about her. You're not give up on that until I know that. He can only sue if he can prove slander. As long as they're stating the truth, he has no case. So that's one responding to yourself. Like defamation of character. You can't use defamation of character. I'm learning, Sabrina, because it has to be a lie, and it's not a lie. Anthony can't even get a lawyer for his child support. Defamation of character. Shayla lives in her own little bubble. She only deals with people who cuddle her. She isn't going to be able to deal with the public scrutiny. Interesting. Maybe Anthony should have signed an NDA. That's the thing. Not if it's true. That's what I said. The defamation of character can't work. Please, I hope so. Wayne's going to be the one to get an NDA because he's involved and he's not going to let it happen. In America, anyone can sue for anything. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove. I want Shayla to get her karma and Amber to get her revenge on Shayla. Wayne has no idea what is going to be discussed in the podcast. Superhead actually brought something to the table. She did bring the head to the table. Because they didn't get his approval. Anthony will sue Wayne. It's Wayne's podcast. Interesting. Yes, she can. That was the Keith Sweat and the girl from Housewives of Atlanta. She was not able to speak about their son on the show. So Anthony can, hold on, that's interesting. So you're saying they can, you're saying them can. These are some laws that they've given, some examples of laws. The defendant intentional bruise, touch a bit on bread. No, that's not it. Planted from the private. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can use my friend ChatGPT with some sources. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something. Can I file a cease and desist action lawsuit and win in Georgia if I had an affair with a woman outside of my marriage? Cite sources. There you go. All right, let me see what we can find. Let me see what I can find. All right, here we go. All right, so it has me wrong. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Okay. Look at this. So, short answer is no. You generally cannot win cease and desist based in Georgia because you had an affair. Your own adultery actually undermines the most of the claims that you're going to try to bring. A cease and desist is not a lawsuit. Cease and desist is a letter warning to stop the behavior. It is commonly used before filing. Okay, so in other words, that's what it is. Adultery is not adultery itself does not give you a lawsuit in Georgia. Georgia is very clear. You cannot sue someone for adultery for having an affair with your spouse. The only possible angle will be defamation. It's weak. If you're thinking you're using a cease and desist to stop someone from talking about their affair, that falls under defamation law. To win the defamation case in Georgia, you must prove a false statement. Do you see this? Here are your sources, friends. These are your sources. Truth is a complete defense. Your own conduct can hurt your case. In divorce and related disputes, a party's own adultery can be used defensively. If you admit or the evidence shows that you had an affair, it weakens credibility and damages claim and damages claims. So him can't win, friends. He cannot win. It don't look like him can win. It doesn't look like him can win. Basic. It sounds like him gonna lose. It sounds like Anthony would lose. It sounds like he would lose, friends. It seemed like he would lose. Amber did not ask Anthony to buy her a restaurant. Anthony did so because he knows that, how she treat him wife. Because he know that he did not treat his wife like he should. Well, because he took away bar 44. It don't look like him can win. I don't think he can win. But hey, let's see. At this point, the podcast is going to be a mudsling fest. It's good. It don't seem like you can sue because you're already in the wrong. Only we're not sure. Kai is Anthony's baby and she was drunk. Even if Kai is not in the picture, Shayla is going to say that they were, doing it. It is what it is. Him can't get out of it. Amber witnessed it. She was able to see the relations. There are some things he can do to protect himself, but I'm not sure if it's too late for that. He could get a gag order saying that she can't discuss Kai, but I doubt if that would work. O'Neal Amber has been asking for things like the restaurant for sure. No real interest in making it profitable at all. Just another example of spoiled behavior. Listen to me grow up large. I'm going to get into it. I'm sorry, Stephanie. Let me see your comment. When Shayla gets on the podcast and start talking about her man, Iman, and all the other women, hear her on the podcast, he will be in big trouble. Shayla will be embarrassed then. Look how Shayla is dressed. She knows Anthony's coming over. All right. Let's dive off of this for a little bit. Let's dive off of this for a little bit. For 2 seconds. All right. So let's go to the pettiness. Don't look like Anthony can win the case. Him in a trouble. Let's just put it that way. Looks like Anthony's in a lot of trouble. Let's shift gears. Let us shift gears. Has Amber bit more off than she has? Should Amber focus on her restaurant and not the podcast? Today I was lighting up YouTube. Y'all know I was on YouTube today. Let's jump onto this. Let's work on this. Should Amber focus on her restaurant? Should Amber focus on her business and not the restaurant? Not the podcast. Now, this is what I was talking about. Where's Angela? Say it in the box so they can't hear it. So, Angela, can you say it loud so the people in the back can hear it? Which people at the back? Which Angela? What about Angela now? It will also embarrass Shayla. No silence order can be filed on one person's testimony of their own life events. That's what I thought too. All right, so let's jump into this. Let me see what I say about this. My take is that Amber has bitten off more than she can chew. She's too over the place with this. This is my comment. I give her a critique. No. She has done the right thing by hiring Dave. She needs to be commended for that. Right? And she now also needs to focus on this restaurant because today, I thought Amber I had a different impression of Amber. I thought Amber really was very deep as far as business is concerned. But I'm coming to realize that she has a lot to learn. I'm going to say that. Amber have a whole lot to learn. This never look good. It not look good that you're in at the restaurant and you're not even get it. You don't have enough staff and you still have Miss Shana running a wreck.
New Orleans, you know how they go.
Oh, okay.
Y'all know how they go.
Okay.
But I'm so glad everybody know that I prepared your food.
Enjoyed it. Really good.
We're glad to know that you prepared the food.
Yeah.
And
Amber.
before, when you owned it was dead in here. Did you forget?
With Amber, you're not organized, baby. It's not organized. I
It's
mean,
not
you got
organized?
no. It's
This was way out of pocket. Way out of pocket. Amber or Wayne can follow season disorder. Okay. Amber and or Wayne can follow season disorder. Season this disorder because it was premarital and Wayne is sponsoring it. Amber is good. She need to focus on the business. Amber should have focused on the she need to focus on the business. She has paid this money to Dave. And Dave has come out of his world of making successful business successful. He has done the work and she's not ready. She is not ready. Well, let me read in the comments because I know someone now coming on and I said no. Only like Greece, you need to get rid of Shayla. Thank you very much for the super chat. Soul Dash, thank you for the super chat. Amber should have focused on the business. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Get rid of Shayna. Hit the like button, friends. That's what Sharon reviews. Amber and or Wayne, I read that comment before. Amber was over the top. Couldn't watch the entire thing. Thank you very much. This was way over the top for me. Keisha is off of the chain today. Amber needs to find a way to get rid of Shayna. That's what she needs to be focusing on. This is what O'Neal talked about when he spoke about. Go ahead now, Nanya. Go and talk to hubby. Money law, but it's always a man's fault. So, yes, she should focus on a restaurant only, but she wants to do both. And that's the problem. The podcast needs to go where it needs to go. This needs to be her focus. She cannot do both. If she could have done both, this would not be happening. She can't do both. Miss Fatal, I totally disagree that she can do both. Can Amber do both businesses at this time? She can't. She cannot. Yes or no? Let me read some comments in the interim. I don't think so. This did not look good. Dave brought in all this business and you're not ready. Let's talk about it. You're not ready. We're not ready. She's not ready. Let's talk about it. She's not ready. Don't make it seem as though she's ready. No. Should Amber focus on the business only? Amber needs to put boundaries in place. Definitely. That woman has got to go. No problem. O'Neal, we're not sure. Let me see what you have. She can't even start the restaurant properly. Yes, she needs to focus on the business. Yes. Anthony never goes over to see Shayla or to just leave. Always extended conversations. Yes. Should focus on the business. The podcast is going to... Okay, hold on. I'm the comments are flashing through me here, friends. Give me one moment. Let me read y'all's comments. Why is Anthony over there? I'm not even sure why he's over there. To be honest, I don't know why he's over there. Only stop yelling. I apologize for yelling. I apologize on that. I'm just saying this here. So she needs to focus on the business. I apologize. Miss Shirley, I apologize. That I'm loud. I apologize for that. I wish that Miss Shana would just leave the skits. Miss Shana has a purpose on the skits doing a Renita. She has a purpose on the skits. I thought that she had the staff, but since the business was slow, she didn't call them in. I don't believe that she knew it was set for today. But you have to be ready. Get rid of Miss Shana, and she can get more help. Focus on the restaurant and get it right. That's what she needs to do. Yes, because Shayla's history and mom's publicity, it will destroy both of them, and they might end up helping Amber. I'm sorry, this is a perfect setup. I can see the storm coming. Only I noticed Anthony has not been talking to Ben lately since Amber said she wants a divorce. He is not. He has not. You are correct. Bar 44 was good because she had holiday and the staff. She needs to be an operating business system to hire and fire staff and run the restaurant properly. Keisha needs to be fired also. She's too comfortable. Oh. Does Keisha needs to be fired? Thank you very much for that, dear sir. Does Keisha need to be fired? Is Keisha also out of pocket? O'Neal, Shana has to go really bad. This is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Well, listen, Amber has not taken care of all of this now. O'Neal, I think the man that gave Keisha the $200 is a spy for Dave. Miss Shana owns that restaurant in real life. Amber is a bit overwhelmed. You are so hyped, I understand, because of all of the... Shirley, I'm sorry, may I try what it done? I'm trying. Keisha has gotten very comfortable. That is true. I agree with this. that Keisha has gotten very comfortable. That's not how you do restaurant business. You have to staff the condor to business. Miss Shana wants a restaurant back on a cheap price. Miss Shana is continuing to sabotage restaurant. Well, they need to find a way to get rid of her. This is what I wanted Amber to focus on. If she's too comfortable, that's 100% Amber's fault. She's gotten very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Yes. Marianne, yes. Yes. Somebody says yes. Warned, then fired. Yes. Well, me like the warn. Nothing wrong with being warned first. I thought so too. Yes, Keisha needs to be reprimanded. She had Amanda and Phil at bar 44. She needs to bring them in. Amber should focus on her restaurant and make guest appearance on the podcast and expose Shayla and Anthony. That's what I said she should have done in the first place. But people say no. She don't need the business. She should just be a guest. She should just be a guest. Yes, Keisha is not doing her job. I noticed that today. No, Keisha needs to be fired. Keisha needs checking though. Checking, she needs reprimanded. I like the reprimanded thing. Shana needs to mind her dang business. She's not Amber's mother and her personal business is not Shana's. Well, actually it was Amber that got on Shana's case right here. So Keisha was very disrespectful. And I blame Amber for not setting boundaries. Thank you very much, Charmin, for posting this because people are not realizing this. Keisha actually was disrespecting the guests. Talk to me, Erica. Erica says, O'Neal, why do you critique Amber so hard by giving her... But you give your little client... When little uncles get a pass, which pass him get? You must have not been here for the last hour. For the last how much minutes I'm telling him was an idiot. I'm just telling you now that I was going to critique both of them justly. But sure, that is right. Amber is talking too much. She needs to put actions in place. Amber needs to reach out to Ezra and Phil. Anthony is going to come to the restaurant and see business flourishing, and Miss Shana is going to want to complain, hoping Anthony will take her side. Let's see if he will. He probably will. Amber needs to stop telling her business in the restaurant for everyone to hear. Thank you very much, Angela Ross, because I saw that today too. Look at this right here. And you know, Miss Shana lip long. You know, Miss Shana have the... You know some Miss Shana. You know some Miss Shana. Lip look like piece of liver. Son of a Lord, please give us strength. You know, say, and you know Miss Shana when Miss Shana go to start complain. And you know Miss Shana have the liver lip basically. You know Miss Shana has the liver lip. You know so she have the liver lip. You understand? So you know how that works. Hold on. You know so Miss Shana have the liver lip. Y'all know Miss Shana's lips are like liver. Y'all know Miss Shana has the liver lip. She have the liver lip. You understand? You know that she have the liver lip. I know O'Neal said this. It's what it is. It's just anyways, let me see if we can jump into the comments. But Soul Dash, thank you very much for the super chat. Let me jump into this because I feel like Miss Shana has been out of pocket. I wanted to do 1 hour, but it looked like I'm going to go past 1 hour because I still haven't completed some of the other stories as yet because the day was so long. Soul Dash said Amber likes to blame everyone else being in her restaurant when Amber has had a bad habit of running her mouth. Thank you very much, Soul Dash, because I feel like this is a critique she needs to get. The mouth needs to stop. Loud mode Lucy. Y'all know. O'Neal, I would like to take your take on, do you think Anthony was out of pocket when he asked the mistress to protect him? Yes. We already gave the take on the Sharon reviews. The take, if you rewind the video, I did do the take of Anthony as far as him being out of pocket. Way out of pocket. Way out of line. Way out of line. Did Amber or Wayne write the skit? I don't know who wrote the skit. Keisha, what did you do? This is how bad it was today. Let's see if my clip will play. Come on now.
It's so sensitive, Shana.
Don't you say God has blessed us?
It's
we have her.
It's unprofessional.
No,
Shana.
but it was not. You're not being organized. And so since you're not organized and you wasn't here when we had all these orders going on, I had to cook all this food.
Did we know that all these people were coming in, Shana? No, we didn't.
You got to be prepared.
All right. Mommy says, I believe Dave gave Amber a stress test for the restaurant and unfortunately she failed. Did Amber fail in preparation? Friends, don't lie, yes or no. I love this comment from your mom because it's a very good comment. I love real comments. Certain people I know I'm going to give me the real. Them now go sugarcoat it. Did Amber fail the stress test? Let's call a spade a spade. This is what Miss Shana, okay, Miss Shana is out of pocket. Let me just call it right off of the cuff. Miss Shana has a way of doing things in public. I don't like that. But everything she's saying to Amber are real. And I've been kind of saying this, but when people say it, people make it seem as though we are bash Amber each time. She was not prepared. Ain't no way you spend your $10,000 and you're not prepared for when guests walk through the door in a restaurant. You need to be prepared. I hope Dave stays on the team because, I'm hoping to stay up on the team, to be honest with you. Right? And I think he will, but I hope he stays on the team. Because this did not look good that she was not prepared. She was not prepared. She was not prepared. I'm sorry, friend, she wasn't prepared. She wasn't. Especially when she knew that Dave was marketing and the numbers in DoorDash was increasing. They just said it would be 2 to 3 weeks. I should have been prepared. You should have been prepared. Dave is going to step in and tell Amber that he needs her to get off Miss Shana. To get rid of Miss Shana. Let's see. No. Yes, Amber's focus has been all over the place. That's what O'Neal has been saying. That's why when I talk about the podcast, I say, friends, Amber is focusing on the wrong thing. Me want her to focus on the restaurant. Make the restaurant successful. That is your thing. This is why the PhD and the whatever it is couldn't work. I'm just showing y'all why all of that was nonsense. Think Amber should suspend Miss Shana with pay and to get her out of the restaurant. Well, she needs another cook. Before she can suspend Shana, she needs another cook. You cannot suspend Shana and you don't have a replacement, because right now she doesn't have a replacement. She cannot suspend Shana right now. The funny thing is, Amber cannot suspend Shana because she does not have a replacement. Amber cannot suspend Shana because she does not have a replacement. She wasn't working on these things. True or false? She never did a work on them things here. And that's what I wanted her to be working on. Well, that's what I'm showing us. That she should be working on. Amber should have gotten rid of Shana from a long time ago and get things going, but she didn't. What did Shana do today is grounds for termination. She's lucky Amber has a great heart. Is she, or is she lucky that Amber has no one else? Miss Shana should be prepared as well. The chef knows that they added DoorDash and Uber Eats. There is okay, Miss Shana is one person in the kitchen. They need more than one person. That's why I'm saying she's not prepared. This is not Miss Shana. Miss Shana is out of pocket in her delivery. But what's happening with the restaurant is not Shana's fault. Because Shana does a cook. Amber need to be prepared. But let me read y'all's comment. It's safe to say that everything Anthony said about Amber was correct when it comes to the business. Bingo! Only you're not wrong for what you're saying. It's the fact that you're not being understanding when you realize that this is a day, this is day one of real business. She's used to employees standing around. And I'm saying, Miss Fatal, I love what you have said. I love this comment. But my comment is, while Amber had those empty days, they should have been practicing, or Amber should have been going over what she would do if she had a certain amount of people come in the restaurant. That's what I wanted her to be doing. Instead, she was having conversations with Daniel. She was having conversations with Shayla. She was having whatever it is, outings with Ernestine. She was not working on what she should have been working on. That's what's being called out. She's not prepared. And she knows that she'll get the customers them. You're going to get the customers, so you need to be ready. You can't say you're not ready. She have to take this one on the chin. Only they always stay ready, so you don't have to get, exactly. You always have to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. Meaning, being consistent, prepared, rather than scrambling when things comes up. Thank you very much. This was a great skit because the skit shows lack of preparedness. That's what the skit shows.
Oh, you have to be prepared.
Like you were when you ran the business.
Well, listen, Amber.
You didn't have nobody in here.
You know, Amber, it's a blessing that you came along. But it's also a sore thumb that you didn't come in here and be organized like you should.
How about we just stick on, it was a blessing that I came.
Okay,
How
but
about
still,
that?
take constructive criticism.
Again, Miss Shana is way off her bunkers doing this in public. But what she's saying is not wrong. Amber is not prepared. That's just it. She doesn't prepared. She does not prepared for this at all. Let me take it to the pettiness too. Let me give you the big petty war. This should have never even happened. This was a travesty. This is how bad this got. This was how bad this got. Let me read some comments and then we'll talk about it. This is how bad this got. This should have never happened. Never.
Hell to the law.
Hell to the youth. And it's coming on your check too. It's coming on your check.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank y'all for coming and enjoying your food. Mm-hmm. And we're glad that you guys have filled this place with so much joy.
Yes, we need the joy.
So thank you for coming out. Because when I was the owner, my people didn't have to wait as long. I was organized. But since we got a new owner, you know how these young people are, you know, sometimes. They don't know how to put things in order sometimes.
The food was great.
Thank you.
You know, you're right about that, Shana. You're right about that. When she was the owner, she was very, very prepared.
All right. So let me stop this right here. So today I gave a critique on this. And the first thing I got in the comment was, only you always a bash Amber. This must never happen. This was extremely unprofessional. It looked like you're not really the owner. It looked like you can't control your staff. It looked as though you don't know what you're doing. This must never happen. This should never have happened. It just, period. I'm sorry. It just should never happen. This just did not look good. This was just horrible. It just, I take this to the back and shoot it. I don't know. Take all of this exercise to the barn and shoot it. This was petty war in the middle of the store, in the middle of the place. The customers them looking like, what in Dalnation is going on? I just don't know. She threw Amber under the bus. Amber shouldn't even call her out in there in the first place. That's the point. This was unprofessional. This was unprofessional. These dummies are messing up the bag. This is your bag. You don't have time for this. This is unprofessional at its finest. Unprofessionalness. Them are running the customers that Dave has spent all of this work. Dave has done all this work. Eh? All this work, them get Dave. Deep in a very far, far land. Somewhere in a cave. There lived a very strapping black man. I think his name was Dave. Anthony has been running around town, you know. I mean, he likes the pum-pum shaved. And has left Amber all by herself, untouched. Untouched and unscathed. Dave. Only can you please behave? Dave. People coming in the restaurants. Hey, Dave. Dave has put in the work and she's not ready. Dave has put in the work. Read y'all's comments. I'm reading the comments. She can get a replacement easy. She's trying to get rid, but Anthony kept backing Shana and Shana won't stay in her place in the kitchen. She wants to be seen. Hire a cook or two and you'd be better off with Shana out. That's correct. Dave has done the work, eh? It's Dave no ask for Dave and Dave has done the work. And now this is what Dave has to come to. Where's Dave? This is what Dave has done this. Dave has done his job. You know what? Dave has done the job. This is Amber's restaurant. There should never be a back and forth with our employees. Thank you. If I behave like that in my workplace, I would have to get a mental. Thank you very much, Shaman. This should have never happened. I think she's going to get a bunch of bad reviews. That's the funny thing. She's going to get some bad reviews. Amber only knows how to use men. All she's done for this restaurant is to use men, period. No need to explain. Just watch the skits back. Even the customers said it. The highlights of the chaos was the food. It's chaotic. Only they're acting like she didn't try. This was what Amber was telling Anthony. Was it okay? Let me take it back from where this started. Do you see this? Let me take it right here. So.
Gotta go.
I don't have to do anything but help this one.
Well, then I'm by myself.
Here you are.
No, man, say, all right, cool. Do you?
I don't think that you should be doing that in front of the customers.
Well, you never give me any credit for doing all this cooking and being a chef.
So it's credit you want. You want credit.
Amber, I want
you want
my
your
flowers.
You want your flowers. Come on, let's come, please, Shana. Is that gonna make everything better? Let me give you your flowers.
Janet, do you see this? Amber caused this. Amber caused this. She brought this out back to the table. You see how it happened now? So you know, this is how it happened. Just so you know how it happened. Just so you're aware what happened. I want to make sure you see what happened. The play button now work for some reason. I just wanted you to see that. To see how them get out into the front to that whole petty war. I wanted you to see that. I just want you to be able to see how the petty war happened. Because I don't think you know how it happened. That's why I say Amber should do better with this. There's no way she should make this happen at all. That's where the petty war come from. In other words, it wasn't even
I don't
there.
have to do anything but help this one.
Well, then I'm by myself.
You are.
No, when Amber say, all right, cool. Do you?
I don't think that you should be doing that in front of the customers.
Well, you never get
So she deliberately called Shana out to have a tracing match. This is why it's Amber's fault. This is why it's Amber's fault. It can't be Anthony's fault, friends. You can't fault Anthony for what for Amber. Amber needs to get this thing under control. It's her restaurant. Look here, man. You can't want to divorce the man and then you want to cuss the man at the same time. Get the thing under control. It's your restaurant. It is your restaurant. You need to do what you need to do to win. Hi, sir. Only this is the worst kit I've ever seen. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. Cleopatra, who said Amber uses men? Well, hey, that's what I'm saying. Let's be real. The food is good. Have a conversation with your employees and then get your house in order. You have customers. Focus. That's something you want. She don't need credit. She gets paid and she gets money when she sold it. And Miss Shana is the cook. She shouldn't have been out in the front in the first place unless she was requested. She was requested because they have no employees. Because Amber never hired nobody else. That me I show you. I'm showing you what's going on. She lacks staff. So Miss Shana have to come out, come serve because they don't have enough staff on the floor. That's why this is not anybody else's fault but Amber's, because she's unprepared. She's not prepared, friends. She is not prepared. She's not prepared. Seriously. Honestly. Una must can critique the woman properly. She's not prepared. Hi, sir. Alright. The women them in the chat go crazy. All three skits was disastrous. Were they disastrous or the disastrous? The storyline is getting from worse to worse. Amber can't control Shana nor check her properly, so she must get out of the contract with her expeditiously. That's what I'm saying, Donna. She needs to do that. That's true. May I agree with that 100%. Amber she can't control her. Amber better get herself together. She have to get herself together right here. So she's out of pocket. Was Anthony right that she's underestimating business? Well, let me ask this. They might complain, you know. Was Anthony right that Amber is underestimating what it takes to run a restaurant? That's the question. Yes or no? Big man question no. But somehow she'll find a way to blame. Somehow Anthony will get blamed for this. Watch out for Father Vacuum. There is a question, friends. Answer a question. Is Amber underestimating what it takes to run a restaurant? That's what Anthony told her. And people say him did wrong when he said this thing. This was something Anthony said. Now, me know you not like Anthony, that's fine. I get it already. You not like him. He's the worst of the worst. What's new? Me know my fan base don't like him. Basically, him are the demon, him are the devil. Ghost of Christmas past. I know these things. But he made a statement and he said that Amber needs to focus. She misinterpreted what it takes to run a business. And some way, somehow, people checked him on it. Hate to say it, but yes. Yes. Run a business, period. Yes, this is a reflection on Amber. Yes. Shana needs the boot. Maybe Dave can advise Amber how to get rid of Shana. Amber hired the whole staff, correct? Yes. Anthony sounded too confident that the business would fail on the phone today. He behind. How is he behind? Oh, what? How is Anthony under fire for this? I don't know. Boy, I don't know. Y'all are something else. How is he under fire? The writers are showing Amber in a bad light. I don't think that they are. They're showing her flaws. And they're saying, what would you do what would you correct if you were seeing her? Just like they show Anthony's flaws, they're showing Amber's flaws. And one of her flaws are focus. She lacks focus, and you need to be zoning in. That's what it is. One of the flaws them was that. She didn't have the idea to doing business because she has not been focusing, which is something that was being said, but it seemed like she was being reprimanded or, well, tell you what. Some of it she was being reprimanded because Anthony has a way of being very cheeky. Let me say that. Anthony has been very cheeky, but some of what you were saying was true, and I did give you the true parts. Let me read the comments. Today was a crazy day. The restaurant was on all of them. No, it was on Amber because she's the leader. You have to take it as the leader. Angela, if I'm leading the squad and the team has failed, it's on me. Yes. Sharon, I hope that Dave shows up tomorrow. Pretty sure Anthony will too. Yes. Amber didn't hire Shana. I said she uses men. Tell me exactly how she doesn't. Amber is a female, Mike Bless. Want to be successful and don't have a clue. Interesting. Very interesting take, Rusan. I don't know what's wrong with Amber. The ladies will never admit that Anthony was right. On this, he was right. I believe that Anthony was right on his assessment on this. I think that she would be better if she ignored Shana and just did what she wanted to do. Then why do Shana call Anthony the way that she wouldn't win would help, okay? Yes, she failed the test. Amber needs to have a contract redone and get rid of Shana and her grandma recipes. David got involved because of Amber's pies. Yes. Nope. I think Amber underestimated what Dave was capable of. There you go. So she has underestimated the idea of, well, one can't say that, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying she hasn't put anything in place either though. So, okay, let's say, remember in Ananya, she's in business to win. So if you're in business to win, you're not prepared for the restaurant to be full. Today we had a pack house. That means you don't have an estimate of if all the seats are filled, what would I do? How much staff do I think I would need? Is that what we're saying? Bar 44 was also a restaurant and a bar. Amber always runs sex. It was not. Bar 44 was more of a bar. It wasn't a full restaurant. It was more of a bar, not a restaurant. Bar 44 was not really a restaurant. They served wings, of course, but it was not a restaurant. A restaurant have more things in it. There are more pieces to it. And that was something Anthony had said. Amber needs to tell Dave what's going on with Shayla to see if he can redirect her. He can direct her with some attorneys that could help her to get rid of Shayla. No, I agree with some of these things. No, her motivation started going down due to the lack of support. She should have not let that affect her. It's a Rusan. Let's stop shutting the man in the chat. Anthony's ridiculous. No, I didn't think that she's incapable of running a restaurant. I think that she was not aware that what they could actually do. What Dave could actually do. You're talking about Dave or what they could do. The podcast is going to be a disaster as well. It's clear that Amber is struggling within the restaurant. I blame her and Anthony for the sale of Bar 44. She was doing good and she had to get rid of that business. She should have said no to that. Anthony is a business mogul and a millionaire. He should be helping Amber. He sold Amber on the restaurant by saying, we will do it together. And I agree with this. But I also believe, Brisby boy, I also believed that Amber was good at operating businesses. I thought she would have figured this out. No, she probably will, you know. But I'm just saying, I thought she would be more organized than this. Let's just put it that way. I thought she would have been a little bit more organized than this. Today, how I've seen her just wasn't great. The issue with the Shana thing is not great either. I thought she'd have kind of been more in contract, but I'm realizing she's not. very deep in contracts, as I want her to be. Amber managed Bar 44. Well, Amber has the wrong staff at the restaurant. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. And that is a reflection. I'm on the fence, seeing that this was the first day with the customers. I'll wait to see if this happens going forward. I'm thinking that as well, Twina Shamin. But I just wanted to make sure I give the critique for the day because I have to. If we were being truthful, and yes, Amber knows the potential that she has with this restaurant, it's time to stop playing around. Focus. The restaurant can be big. Thank you very much. I love this mommy because that's what I think I want from it. Anthony wants Amber to fail. Leave Anthony out of this. I think this is more upon Amber because this is now Amber running her thing. She already tell Anthony to stay in yard. No O'Neill. Every time Anthony has been there at the restaurant has been empty. Why would he think it's busy all of a sudden? We don't like watch this, eh? Lord gosh, look man, them can't watch this. Miss Fatal, I agree from that. All Amber can do is grow from here. Today was the first day of school. Now it's time to move forward. That's true. I agree with that. Rusan, just look here. It is what it is, Rusan. Trust me, O'Neill gets the comments too. Rusan is saying that Anthony always gets the blame no matter what. Even when Amber fails on her own, you, the chat, blame Anthony. You know what? Let me ask you the question. Was today Anthony's fault? This is what Rusan is showing you. Rusan is showing you that people blame Anthony no matter what. Even when Anthony says something, even when he's not involved, people blame him. And that's what Rusan is saying. Is this Anthony's fault? That's the question I'm have for the audience. Was this his fault? Because this is not Anthony's fault. A fair restaurant is right now. This is hers. Because he's to blame. We are blaming for Shadara. How am I getting at the middle of this? No, it's not Anthony's fault. Amber should consult with Kendrick or Natasha for a way to get out. Exactly. No. Amber will be fine. And she probably will. No. They are blaming Anthony for what has occurred. Keep the woman on with conditions. In the meantime, Amber will get an attorney and go over the contract with a fine-teeth comb. If she would do that, O'Neill Bar 44 was a restaurant. It was much bigger than the restaurant she now has. To what I got to understand of it, Terrian, it was not a big, it was more of a bar and not a restaurant. Dave is going to come out and said that, said he has cameras. Was it though? You know what? You may be right, you know. You know what, Terry, you may be right. Terry, you may be right. The deal though is that I think she had holiday. That's the thing. I think she have a holiday for the restaurant. So it feels to me like holiday was a big key factor in Bar 44. That's the question. Maybe holiday was a big piece of why Bar 44 was successful. It's partially his fault only because he gave Shana a knife and Amber a spoon and told him to fight it out. She is not on an equal play. This is not Anthony's fault. Let me say this on a limb. Today, what happened without Amber is flustered is her fault. They got into an argument because she's not prepared. Not because Miss Shana is in the kitchen doing whatever it is. If Amber was prepared and she had servers to serve the people food and an extra cook to assist Shana in her cooking, she would have not had the issue today. So it's not Anthony's fault. I'm going to lay this right with Amber because listen, Anthony's out of this. Come back when we're talking about Shayla and the baby and the cheating and the lack of support in other areas. Come back with that. But today, Dave already tell her that he's going to give her the customer. She needs to be ready. Your girl needs to be ready. Your girl needs to be ready. It's not Fi's fault. You know what? You know what? Me love this one journey. Thank you very much. This is exactly why this is not Amber's fault. Let's call a spade a spade. If Miss Shana did not cook, no one would have been fed. And everybody got fed today with food. Let's talk about this. Thank you very much, One Journey. If Miss Shana never cooked the food today, regardless of how I feel about her, nobody would have been fed. It was a messy day. It was a very messy day. Keisha was standing around. No, it was terrible. Keisha was standing around. The guy was weighing most of the tables them. Keisha took care of one customer the entire day. The boy was doing everything else. Y'all watch, you guys watch the skits, right? Miss Shana cook the food. What do you mean? She do what she need to do. Cook the food. It's just that Miss Shana had to hit the floor as well. We'll have to agree to disagree on this. The arguments didn't start until after people were served and Miss Shana had to come out onto the floor. Exactly, and there you go. You have to get Miss Shana out on the floor. She come up on the floor. Miss Shana do what she's doing. Point of the matter is this. What you should have done is allowed whatever is going on to go on and then you deal with it after. Amber could have, this is the point. Since I'm going to give you all a solution. Amber could have waited until everybody's gone, then them have a debriefing. Amber knew Dave was marketing for her restaurant. Instead of lunching and hanging out, she should have been coming up with a business plan. Thank you very much, Mommy, for the super chat and for a Valentine's. That's the point. Since you want me to give you a solution, the solution is this. Amber should have kept it pushing and then debrief when everybody was gone. When everybody gone, you can complain. She decided to do the whole gamut in front of thing there. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Amber should have done her thing when everybody was gone. That's it. No, man, you're in the line of fire. You're working with business. So what you do is you just focus on the business. When the business done, you sit down and you talk to the restaurant staff. Hey, staff, you know what? Miss Shana, what happened today with this, whatever it is? Then you speak to, Keisha. Keisha, you know what, Keisha? Hey, I didn't like whatever it is. Hey, this. That's what it should have been. She never do that. So now make it seem as though she don't start the foolishness. And then when she gets the result, now you're going to make it look like you went up and say, it's Anthony's fault, eh? She couldn't stay in the kitchen, Miss Fatal. She couldn't stay in the kitchen because they needed more servers. Keisha wasn't serving. Miss Fatal, me know what you try to say, but Keisha was not doing anything. She had to serve. That's exactly why she come out on the front page. She had to come out to the floor because they didn't have enough servers. Miss Shana have to serve because they never had the servers. They didn't have enough people to serve outside. So Miss Shana have to cook the food and come out and give it out to other people as well. Why do you think I'm saying that it's Amber's fault? Because you are the manager. You're responsible for getting the staff in the place and ensuring that Miss Shana staying in the kitchen so somebody's always communicating and getting out on the floor. What is going on is that y'all not like Miss Shana, and so it is making you overlook what really should be happening. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Even Taco Bell had more than one person preparing food. Thank you very much. Even Taco Bell have more than one person preparing. Anyways, this was also, I didn't like this also. Me never like this.
Life's thing is going.
Anthony, I'm fine. I'm busy, okay?
Busy. Really, Amber?
Yes, really, Anthony. I'm busy. It's been very busy.
Okay.
Oh, so you laugh at that, huh? You think that's funny?
It's just that, busy and the restaurant those two terms don't really coincide with one another.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Aunt. This narcissistic attitude you have. You always wonder why I talk to you the way I do. This is why.
All right, so let me stop right here, so. This was way out of pocket. let's work on this. Was Anthony wrong for cracking jokes? Was Anthony wrong for cracking jokes? What's wrong with Anthony cracking this joke? I don't see what's wrong with him cracking the joke, but let me go ahead and work on what I want to say. What's wrong with a joke? He is not used to the restaurant being busy. It's not normally busy. What's wrong with a joke? Maybe, listen to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jarina. Why was this on speaker? Yes, because he knows that Amber has a short fuse, so it rang for him crack joke. The restaurant has been empty. What's wrong with the joke? Everybody runs a joke on the restaurant. If it was Amber, you would have been thought it was wrong. No, the joke is warranted. In fact, I would have run the joke just the same because the restaurant has been empty. We've been laughing on the restaurant. Rhonda, she's allowed to make a mistake. It is correct. Look here, I'm not saying she's not making a mistake. We're just, what you call it now? We're just basically talking about it. That's all. We're conversing about it. What she could have done. Because they want us to learn something. Why is he a narcissist for this joke? Why? Why the joke? I agree with you all, but that woman was put there for a block. He doesn't know. Amber told him to stay out from the restaurant. She said she got this. No. He's a non-supportive Jack, eh? What was the reason? What's wrong with the joke? The restaurant usually empty. I don't know. Anthony needs to be a real man. You're supposed to have a child with Shayla. Why are all the time we turn to you at Shayla's house having a conversation, sitting down? We've already talked about Anthony now, Belinda, and we say Anthony is out of pocket and he's an idiot for being at Shayla's house. We talked about already. This just saturated the day because they gave us a million Amber skits. So basically, that's why we're here at Amber. Anthony irks your nerves. Just because he said the restaurant empty. Yes, Amber doesn't like him right now. And this is not helping to get on our good side. You know what? Adonis, I love this. Why did she even answer the phone? She could have answered the phone. So let me ask you a question. So hold on. She have him on speakerphone. Was it right to have Anthony on speaker? Yes or no? Was it right to have him on speaker? No, speaker, when she said that she was busy, he could have asked what changed. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Look here, at this point in time, it doesn't matter what Anthony says, he's going to get the blows. You don't know this already. It no matter what Anthony says right now, he might get blown up. If she didn't answer the phone, we wouldn't have a conversation in the... Yeah, exactly. Listen to me right here now. I'm not saying anything, but just I take the beating. Because again, I'm being beaten by Amber fans who tell me, say, O'Neal, I love and respect O'Neal TV channel. We wanted to be around a long time, not for a short time. Be careful, friends, with the words in the chat, please. The words in the chat, guys, watch your words in the chat. The moderators tell you to watch your words. Please watch your words. Be sure, you know it work already. The monitor, if they have to move it, they have to move it. It's not funny. You're being petty like Anthony. What are we doing? Come on, O'Neal is being petty. You know what I mean? Let me take my beating. Is O'Neal being petty? Is O'Neal being petty? There you go. You know what? You know what? Is O'Neal being petty? Adhere to the channel rules, friends. Do not curse inside of the chat or the comment will be removed. Don't curse, friends. Please. Is O'Neal being petty? I can't believe this. Let me see what percent I want to say I'm petty. What? No, man. What? No, man. Oh, my. Oh, my. Amber, I was talking in front of people. Yes. 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 Yes, you're always petty. Yes, Charmaine said I'm petty. Of course, O'Neal's being petty. He can't help himself. Yes. Vanswell is the old one that supports me and says no. Amber also likes to argue and she didn't even have to answer. Exactly. She didn't have to answer the phone. Yes. 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 Yes, because Amber O'Neal will be petty. Amber's brains left her head today. Anthony was wrong for the joke, but I don't like Amber so who cares? No, it's just being hilarious. What? O'Neal loves Anthony. What? Yes. Yeah. What? Oh my gosh. No, man. Oh no. I can't believe this. 70% of the chat I say O'Neal petty. Who are? Boy, I'm thank you for the 30% that rock with me. O'Neal is big. No, man. Oh, good gosh. Nani, I tell O'Neal to come down. O'Neal, come on now. What? No, thank you very much for the people who really see that I'm not being petty. Yes, you're being petty. Yes. I can't believe this about. What kind of business? What did O'Neal do? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And Erica has been on my case about supporting Liquor Uncles. I'm not a supporter of Anthony at all. I'm not. You know what? Let me just keep on with the show because y'all already something else. All right. Miss Shana said I'm ready to leave the house. Here
You have let the whole restaurant know that you were talking to your husband and you're condescending to him while you're talking to him.
It was the two of you left in here, and you brought her over while I was in the middle of my conversation.
And then you still allowed. You allowed.
Shauna, and you're still inappropriate, as usual. This is not...
Your business is my business.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What is wrong with you?
Because we're in business together. And when you come to this restaurant and you...
Ma'am, I am so sorry. I can take your phone number and call you. What's it?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
What time would you like to come in?
What about 7?
7 o'clock.
Why don't you just leave? Why don't you just get out the house? Why don't you just leave the house? So you can have some peace, because you come in here, you disbobulated, you're screaming on the phone.
Weren't you the one just telling me that I needed to work things out with my husband?
Yeah, but
now you telling me I need to leave?
Evidently, you're not doing what you're
leave my
supposed
house.
to do.
So basically, Shana is saying Amber has no peace. Does Amber have any peace? Yes or no? Let's get into this. This is what I wanted to argue today because the lady brought something up and them I said, Amber not have any peace. Stephanie do not join the rank. Stephanie, I can't believe you joined Nanya and the whole crew for say O'Neal Petty. Don't join them, Stephanie. Those is there we go. Miss Shana says Amber not on the peace. Stephanie, please. Don't disturb O'Neal's peace. Nobody pick up with the other ladies them. Don't start to pick up them style. Stephanie, you've always been on my side. You need to do a video on O'Neal, Nanya. Do a video on O'Neal. I don't mind. Don't go ahead. Nothing wrong with that. I love videos. Amber tell her all her business and then loves to play the victim. Exactly. This is why Miss Shana is calling it out. No. She on a peace. Because Miss Shana lip to tell her what she need to tell her. Amber, be careful. Sometimes we entertain angels unaware. This may be a Dave undercover observer. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. That's what I think it is. She now have no peace. So maybe Petty O'Neal. Amber hits a nerve. Eh? Why should she slap the taste out of Miss Shana's mouth? Oh boy. I feel like I get a lot of friends, I feel like I get, I feel I've been very good to you, the audience. Like I've been very, very nice. It may be time for Amber to move out. See, at this point, if you look at even Soul Dash has given a comment. At this point, I don't feel bad for Amber because she's still there. She is still taking all of these things in and she's complaining. She's complaining. She's complaining about all of these things that y'all are talking about. Looks like Amber is slipping backwards. She needs to move to the guest house. Should Amber move to the guest house? Yes or no? Should she get some peace in the guest house? Soul Dash, thank you very much for the super chat. Should Amber move to the guest house to get some peace? Should Amber, Nanya said this long time ago, should Amber move into the guest house, go on to the guest house to get some peace? Amber has said this a long time ago. Nanya said this. O'Neal, you're just as bad as the writers. Me, O'Neal is just going what I'm saying. O'Neal always keep it real. Me keeping it real. Demonstration if you go into the guest house.
I'm leaving my house. Evidently, you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a wife. So therefore, I said leave the house.
It's okay, actually. She shouldn't leave her house. That's voluntary abandonment. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. All right. So this lady talked about voluntary abandonment, okay? All right, friends. Uno cuss out O'Neal. O'Neal is trying to be nice. I'm trying to be decent here. What is considered? Okay. When can you leave a house during a divorce? And it not be considered? Here we go. There we go. Not be considered abandonment in Georgia. So they have brought this topic up for us. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Let's find some context. We're going to find some context. Let me read some of your comments first, then we'll find some context. If she moved to the guest house, that would come out there. He would just come out there and he knows that she don't want to talk to him, but he calls her at the restaurant, but they both are childish. All right? When Ant meet Dave, I hope that he asked him why he didn't support his wife if he has the resources. Shana doesn't want Amber to succeed. She and Ant are in cahoots to have her fail. If Anthony is full house, anyways. Anthony is an energy vampire. If she moved to the guest house, he would come. Okay, that's the one that's here. Flip-flop and Anthony's attorney. That's what they call O'Neill these days. That was crazy. He left the house to go stay with Shayla in an apartment. He can go to the guest house. That is his house, just bam. I'm not saying Google is the answer, Shadara. I'm just trying to give you context. No, can't make it seem like O'Neill is telling us to go with this. No, consult your attorney. O'Neill want context. How is it looked at? We don't know. Even if Amber moved to the Satan dwelling place, Anthony will be there. Amber shouldn't want to be in the same house as Clown Anthony. When you're legally separated, do not get me started. You're on a roll. But you see now, leave Amber ASAP. Me, I'm not doing anything. Angela, I think Amber just needs to reset. If she has truly found her way and her own truth, Amber will be fine. Yes, Nanya. Tell him, Nanya. I agree. Amber should have not taken Anthony back. Well, hey, she take him back. Yes, but Anthony is going to bother her in the guest house. Why is this Miss Shana's business? It isn't. But then bring it up because they wanted to talk about at the house. You all talk about the house, so they tried to bring it in for you. Friends, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. You asked, why don't she just leave the house? Y'all have been saying this. The writers are trying to answer your question. That is why they brought this scene in here. So just take the conversation like it is, right? Right. That's what's going on. Y'all ask for this. I would not move to the guest house because I would move out of the master suite. Okay. And she needs to get out of Shayla and the rest of the 304 crew's phase 2. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lena, because you said the things that were move O'Neill, you know, because that don't move the other people, but that moves me. It doesn't move the audience, but it moves me. Yes, it was Amber. I would rather to be in the guest house. O'Neill is in it. That's not true. O'Neill, you're fake and horrible. Shadara cuts me out. Them a cuss out basketball. Don't cuss me out in the chat. Listen to me, friends. Stop cursing out. Can you please stop cursing out O'Neill? I'm not the right. Please stop cursing O'Neill. Please stop cursing O'Neill. I'm not the one to be targeted. Why are you targeting me? I'm just the creator who echoes sentiments on the skits. Thank you very much for the super chat, Anthony. Anthony says, it might be his house, but you have to remember that when Anthony went broke and lost his money, Amber helped him out to save it. There you go. Wanna please stop cursing out O'Neill. Erica, don't try to support the... Thank you for the super chat, Antoinette. Antoinette, I understand your super chat totally. Okay. This is just for context. I'm not a lawyer. We try to get some context. In Georgia, a spouse can leave a marital home without it being legally considered abandonment or desertion. If the departure was mutually agreed upon, justified, for example, safety abuse, or intended as temporary absence rather than a permanent severance of marital relationship. Legally, Abandonment requires a willful, unconsented, and continuous separation for at least 1 year. This is what we want her to do. Constructive separation. You may still technically live under the same roof but sleep in separate rooms, provided you're not sharing a life together, which is recognized by some courts. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna leave O'Neill alone. Shadara and the crew, leave O'Neill alone. I am not trying to aggress you all. I'm just Nanya has been hurling fireballs at O'Neill. Please. I must not be in what's going on here, friends. Trust the process, ladies. Trust the... Please, ladies. Wanna stop, see if wanna can. Please leave O'Neill alone. I'm asking the people in that chat. Where's Goddess London? Goddess not even in here. Can you please leave O'Neill alone? So the lady, so I think they brought this up for us to answer the question. She should not leave the house, but she needs to move into another room. Go into the guest house. I have not done anything. Shadara and the crew, Shadara and our crew decide their minds that they're going to take on O'Neill today. I am not doing anything. Trust the process. Me not do nothing. All O'Neill has done is just talking on what he's seeing. We are talking about the house. People say O'Neill a flip-flop. You all have a way of just running around to attack O'Neill. You don't know what me do. The writers have placed it in the skit today, which means that's what we're going to get. We're going to go off of. Exactly. That's why I went to it. That's why I went to it, because I'm telling her not to abandon the place. And I think that it's right, Miss Fatal. You're correct. So that's why I was saying she should move to the guest house. I think Miss Shana onto something, but Nanya had said this before. I think she needs to go to the guest house. She can go to the guest house. Welcome to the guest house. Shadara and our friend them. Shadara and our friend. What me do? What me do? Shadara, please leave O'Neill alone. What me do? I have not done anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, man. I don't know. No, Erica tell O'Neill to just hush. Amber needs to move. She filed for divorce. Just leave. I agree with Shana. She needs to move. She needs to move into the guest house. Moving away in basement so she can... O'Neill have to watch him back from the whole of the people that just decide their mind. They might get O'Neill. Please, I'm asking Shadara and the rest of the company, Shadara and company, leave O'Neill alone, man. Me not do nothing. I'm telling you, should change the locks. It's getting out of hand right now. It's getting out of hand. Let me see. I'm trying to read your comment thing there. It's so much, and Amber wants to take back her rightful place as a leader of the tree. That's what. Stop talking, O'Neill. What we do? Anthony sleeps upstairs and Amber sleeps downstairs. They're not sharing a room. Them need to get it together. Terrian, let me see what you're saying in your comment, Terrian. Because look here. Could she move in Wayne's basement? The gentlemen are saying she should move in Wayne's basement. I'm just saying, if she trusts the process, Terry, I'm trying to look for your comment. Anthony, thank you very much for the super chat. Would Wayne take her in? I don't think Wayne could take her in right now. The guys who are asking Wayne to take her in, Wayne can't take her in right now, guys. Him can't take her in because him already have only part over there. It look like the guest house strike a nerve. I tell you what. What's wrong with the guest house? What's wrong with the guest house? Let me ask y'all this. What's wrong with it? What's wrong? What's wrong with the guest house? What's wrong with the guest house? Answer me this, friends. What is wrong with the guest house? I think Anthony is going to get sick regarding the divorce and Amber is going to save him again. So you think him heart going to fail? Yes, it's Anthony's fault. Look at what you're reading, the foolishness. Team Amber, y'all slow in these comments, see? And Anthony thinks the pollens and the gas smell are the same. He's the biggest dummy in Skitland. No. They sleep in the same bed. Why Anthony is going to follow? Just move and get your own. He invested in his home. She's being selfish. She wants a divorce. And ever since she's met the guy, she wants a divorce. That's what the people are saying. Facts. Amber and Anthony need to, Amber or Anthony should move to the guest house. No. She should move to the guest house. Let me say this. As his house, regardless, we know Anthony says that basically she helped to save the house. She can't move into the guest house. She wanted a divorce anyways. Team Start Little Uncles. Them say, oh, he needs to move to, why him should move to the guest house? No. She can move to the guest house. Nothing wrong with Amber moving to the guest house. I have to stand strong. She can move to the guest house. Amber can move to the guest house. Amber can move to the guest house. What wrong with the guest house, Nanya? What happened to the guest house? You were suggesting the guest house and all of a sudden now, you're in Shadara's crew and decide they're going to take on O'Neill. What me do? What have I done? No, Amber should leave. Correct. No. Amber can move into the guest house. Anthony's the villain. So Deborah, why they're saying Amber should not move right now is because she's in the divorce proceedings. And they're saying because she's in the divorce proceedings, it could be looked at as abandonment. That's why they're saying she should move out of the house entirely, which I agree with. But I want her to go to the guest house. Go on to the guest house. She should move in with Shayla. Deborah, tell him. Only can move to the guest house. I'm not going to, listen to me. I don't need a place to stay. I already have a place to stay. Only we're solid for Team Amber. I can see that. He left before so he can leave again. Why? Why should he keep leaving his house? Keisha made her see that divorce as a right. Anthony should feel this, and I hope he does. Amber pays no bills. Amber can sleep on the front porch. She doesn't pay the bills for the house. Why shouldn't she move to the guest house, friends? Like, you know what I don't like about you women? If this, you know what? Let me ask y'all this. If you as a woman, if you were in Anthony's shoes, would you sleep in the guest house? Let's say this was your house. Let's say this was your house. I'm not bonfire for O'Neill. O'Neill has not done anything to y'all. I'm not. If this was you, if you were in Anthony's shoes, would you sleep in the guest house? That's how unfair women are. Because the truth of the matter is, if you had bought a house and I am as a man come by and I've married to you, and let's say you did whatever in the streets, whatever you did, you would have never slept in the guest house. So why no one asking Anthony to go sleep in at the guest house when y'all wouldn't do it? Good guy who tries hard to be different, that's exactly. Why can't Anthony stay in the room where he slept with Shayla? The streets are the sheets are already tainted. She needs to move to the guest house. You wouldn't do it. See? Most of y'all said no, you wouldn't do it. You would not do it. Miss Fatal, I want your answer. Would you, let's just say, Miss Fatal, you had a house, you cheated on, let's say you had a husband and you cheated on your husband. Well, you may be married right now. Let me rephrase that. Let's say you have your husband and you cheat by your husband. Okay? You have a whole baby. And you're now going through a divorce. Would you move yourself and go sleep in the guest house? That's my question to you. Answer that hard question. She's his wife. Why should she be on the porch? She's not that. It's just, that's Vanswell. What did I say, Angela? What don't you like? What O'Neill said, Erica? O'Neill hasn't said anything. I'm asking y'all about the guest house. Would you give up your bed for a guest house in the middle of a divorce? Amber should stay right where she is in the main house. No, because she's asking for peace and she don't need some peace. Only the law says it's their house. You and the guys get over it. No, would move into another room. Only don't bother with it. No, guest house doesn't have a tooth. Look at this, friends. They're saying, look at this. What if they aren't considered? Okay. Look at this from this law firm. Let me go to it. Let me go to the law firm. Look at this. It's a law firm, right? Let me look at. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for here, because that's what they're looking on right here. So, desertion or abandonment is a result of one spouse unilaterally leaving without intention. Supposed to discuss how long, time frame for desertion. Okay, let me try to see if I can get this done. All right, let me go back to where I was before. So that's coming from this article. Look at this right here. They say you may look at this. Look at this. This is exactly why I'm worried about it. Constructive separation. Look at this. You may still technically live under the same roof but sleep in separate rooms, provided you're not sharing a life together. That's why we're saying somebody needs to move, which is recognized by some courts. So let's ask it this way. If you are living in the same room, if you are living if you are still sharing a house, can it be considered separation? Good Lord. During a divorce in Georgia. There you go. Here we go. Yes, can be considered. See, you need to have certain things. You must sleep in separate rooms, cease all sexual relations, and ideally separate finances to prove that you have ended the marital relationship. That's what they're saying to your friends. That's what I was trying to show you guys. That's why somebody needs to move. Somebody needs to move. Anyway, all right, friends. Hey, I'm gonna leave it right here. It was a great discussion. I'm not going to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. It was a wonderful day. We're gonna talk a little bit more. I love y'all. Don't worry, we're gonna come out for O'Neill back. I love y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye. Welcome
to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right.
Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.